Zach.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to the channel,
Thanks,
brother.
man.
We're
Appreciate
back
it.
here at Full Circle Garage, and we did say on the garage tour that we'll be taking a look. Your very special 240 SX.
Yeah,
Too used to this UK business.
I know, right?
Because we never got the 240 in the UK, I believe. Do you want to talk us through what has went into this? Because I know a lot has went into this car.
So yeah, this is my 1990 Nissan 240 SX. You know, first thing, so this is the engine that we got in the United States. You guys got the SR20.
Yes, indeed.
And so what makes this engine a little bit different, number one, it was not turbo from the United States.
So just 2. In fact, so what power would it have came with then, non-turbo 2.4?
Yeah, so this engine would have come with about 135 to 140 horsepower.
No way.
Yeah.
4-cylinder too, right?
4-cylinder, 2.4 liter. 89 to 90, you had this engine, which is a single cam. Okay. So it's a KA24E.
Okay.
And then in 91 to 94, at least in the hatch, and then later on we went to the S14.
Yes.
They had a dual cam KA, KA24D. Short block's the same, they just changed the cylinder head.
Being the 12 valve, the single cam, is it restricted over the twin cam, or is like,
so not a lot of people build these engines, all right? There's not as much support, especially for the cylinder head. It's a very small niche of people that actually make parts for it.
Okay.
But yeah, there's mixed opinion in it, but in my opinion, the single cam has a lot of things that are better about it. It's got a 410 lift cam, and then it's a 310 duration. So a lot larger than the dual cam, can only fit a 290. Okay. The other thing is we don't suffer from timing drift. Okay. The dual cam, because the distributor is mounted on the upper timing chain, being dual cam, it tends to float with a lot of power. This one's driven right off the crank.
Got ya.
So you don't have to worry about chain slack, anything that'll throw that off, and tuning that makes a big difference. So anyway, I'm partial to this engine.
I can tell.
I'm one of the only people that have built this engine to this level, especially in a street car.
Yep.
I'll use that term loosely.
On the back, don't worry about it.
It identifies as a street car. So,
I love it, I love it. And as you said, they come naturally aspirated, and to the right of this engine, I'm looking at a humongous turbo. Crazy.
So it is a Borg Warner. It's a SXE 6668. Started life as a 6673.
Okay.
And then basically the back turbine housing and everything, the turbines changed out to a 68 millimeter to spool faster. Okay. I also have Gato Performance intake manifold.
Do you know what? I've only seen those on Hondas.
Yeah. So real big in the Honda world. So before Hondas, you know, a lot of the Latin American community, they tend to build engines that nobody else does. This is actually a popular engine.
Interesting.
In the Latin American community. Some of them have more power, but they're mostly just complete drag cars, tube chassis cars. But yeah, so you have to special request this now. But I got it back in the day whenever he was building them pretty much all the time.
And fully built internals are the same?
So rods, pistons, you know, cams. These have hydraulic lifters, solid lifter conversion now. Tubular manifold. I'm real big on data and sensors. Obviously you can see it's got individual O2s and one on the downpipe. We've got back pressure sensor down there as well. Hidden right down there at the bottom, there's an AccuSump.
Ah, interesting.
Interesting. If I'm launching the car and the oil wants to run away from the pickup, you get that little bit if you need it. And you know, it can save the engine if something catastrophic happens. Gives that extra little bit of a second for the ECU to
react, basically.
And to cut it off if it needs to save it.
What power would this setup make in this car?
Right. I guess it depends on what dyno. Brake horsepower, this thing's probably making close to 900.
Okay. Nice.
To the wheels on a Mustang dyno, it made a little over 700. But on pump 93, it made 500 on Mustang dyno. Again, in cool air, nice night, it's easily making 600, you know, maybe even more than that. The car weighs 2,500 pounds.
Yeah, so she's light.
So it holds its own against stuff that has substantially more power.
Got you. And the look of this car too, it's so incredibly clean, so nice.
Appreciate it, man.
I mean, I'm loving the wheels, I'm loving the big tire at the back. We could speak about this car for hours, because off camera, we've been speaking about the intricacies of this car, and hopefully my camera's doing this justice, but everything is just where it needs to be, and it's done properly. Can we talk about some of the interior goings-ons? Because your transmission is pretty damn cool too.
So it's definitely, it's honestly, it's kind of, you know, the engine's the heart, but man, that was the biggest thing that I had to overcome. was transmission. So it started life as a Z32.
Okay.
It's a Frankenstein. So it's got an RB25 bell housing, Z32 back half of the case, and then it's got a billet mid plate and a PPG 1 through 4. My fabricator, shout out to Josh Schmidt, Babyface Fabrication. Him and I came up with this idea on the lockout, so that way, you know, we're not 1-2-1-ing.
Yep.
We don't want to destroy an expensive transmission. Obviously, it's got a load cell in there, strain gauge.
That's epic.
It's on a little bit older ECU. Okay. It's an AEM Series 2.
Okay.
So a little bit older technology, but it worked. The hope is that once we get everything dialed in, we're going to do some short track and just get it all dialed in with the suspension. And then hopefully this car will run a high 8. That's the goal. It should.
And that would make you the fastest ever with this engine setup, single cam?
As far as a 5-speed, if I can run in the high 8s, it'd be the fastest single cam KA 5-speed in the world.
The parachute on the back, bro, this car, the way it just sits is crazy, man.
Kind of what I was talking about with the transmission too, you know, that being kind of a problem child that I had to overcome because the stock transmissions don't hold anything. The next piece of the puzzle was the rear end. I went through GTR axles, different kinds of setups to try to overcome that problem with breakage. And now it's got a Ford 8.8.
Okay. And that's the only thing that's holding this kind of power?
It is, man, just because I kept having problems breaking stuff. So yeah, drop shaft shop, level 5 axles. Yeah, so it's front to back, man, it's made to do the job. It's also got IDS drag suspension on it. If you guys know drag suspension, they're the guys. They're the ones in the import world.
Okay.
And then really the only other thing that's kind of a big upgrade would be the brakes. I got on the front brakes, it's got skinnies up front, so I want to be able to stop, but I got R34 GTR brakes up front.
It just sits so nice. You've had it for a long time, right?
Yeah, so since 2007. So I got my first, dude, I've had 240s my whole life. So Fast and Furious came out when I was 13.
Crazy.
Grew up around cars and all that, but when that movie came out, whenever I went to go see that movie that summer, I went to work a job under the table, 13 years old. I worked all summer in a greenhouse, okay? Yeah, worked my butt off. And I bought my first 240 at 13 years old. 13, yeah. And I worked on it every day almost until my sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
Fixed it up. You know, back in those days, it was body kits and all that. And sold the car when I graduated and bought this car for $800. And I stripped it. $800. Stripped it down to bare chassis, and it's taken me a lot of years. This went through transitions, you know, like it started at 400 horsepower, then 500, then 600, and you know, it just keeps going, man. You know how it goes.
Oh, man. Well, listen, thank you so much for sharing it with us, man.
Absolutely,
man. It's a privilege to be here and, you know, be around this kind of stuff. So, yeah, in the UK, we say the proof of the pudding is in the eating, meaning we'll see how it does out there on the road, right?
Yeah. I think you'll be surprised.
I'm hoping so, because this hits hard, you were telling me, right?
Yeah, it does,
Okay, epic. Well, bro, shall we hit that road then?
Yeah, man, let's do it.
Let's do it, man. All right, bro, out in this crazy car. This transmission is savage as hell. Hopefully they can hear us because it is loud as hell in here, guys. Yeah. But this transmission, even when he's driving it softly, the clunk you get, it is absolutely ridiculous. Listen to that. It is mental. It's such a strange feeling being out here in the States in a Japanese car. It's such a crazy build, like, you know, this is wild.
I appreciate you guys making the trip all the way across the pond, is what they say, right?
That's what we say, man. We love it. This is crazy, man. Wow. It goes warp speed, yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
That's about, like, out here, you gotta, like, man, you get into fourth, it gets a little jumpy on these roads.
Yeah, these roads ain't perfectly smooth right now. I'm looking at that.
It's because everything's built on sand.
Okay.
So it gets a little.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna do a standstill on the two-step.
Let's go. Off the two-step, yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Zack, brother.
Yeah.
Mate, that was epic.
Dude, I'm glad you liked it. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Pleasure's all mine.
This is a buzz. Us petrol heads, this is what feeds our addiction.
Yeah,
this is it. If you could bottle it, this, for me at least, is it, bro. It's so raw. It's so... the speed, and I feel like with like such a light old school car, you feel every little bit of the mile per hour you're doing. It just makes the ride so much more like,
yeah, and everything's analog, so like, you know, everything's manual, everything's analog. You know, like a lot of people nowadays, they're going to the digital gauges, like, you know, your heads up displays and all this stuff, like PDMs.
Yeah.
You know, this thing's got toggle switches.
I love it.
You know, it's got analog gauges.
Yeah.
You know, none of the frills. Everything is just, it just does what you needed to do.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. All I can say is thank you for sharing this with us. And of course, thank you for showing us around your garage. And, you know, we need to send people over to your YouTube channel because they've now probably seen all the cool cars you guys are dealing with and what you do. And if they haven't, I stress they go back and watch the video of your garage. Where can people find you? Yeah,
so YouTube's Full Circle Garage. And then if you guys want to follow me on a personal page, it's ztuned88. And then obviously you can follow Full Circle Garage on Instagram as well. It's just fullcircle_garage.
Okay. Well, look, I'll make it one step easier for them. I'll leave all links down below in the description so they have no excuses. Guys, go and support these boys. They show me nothing but love whilst I was being out here in Florida, and look at these cars. Absolutely crazy. Guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and of course, we'll be back soon with another crazy feature. Peace out.